right. Welcome back, everybody. You're still tuned in to The Lowdown. Now, they say the hardest job in the world is being a mom. I would say the second hardest job has to be being an educator. And here to talk to us about that today, I want y'all to give it up for Dr. Cynthia Smith. Yeah, all right.
Hey, Dr. Smith.
All right, there you go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please join me. Please join me.
Yes,
Yes. Never had a teacher as pretty as you. I would have studied more. Okay.
Thank you.
First off, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
I definitely want to talk about all the wonderful things that you do because you represent Duval.
Hey,
That's right.
That's right. Duval.
There you go. Now, you were a public educator for many, many years. You were in the system working for how long?
17 years.
17 years,
Yes.
which is not easy for y'all to do. I give credit to you teachers.
Yes.
We tried it during the pandemic, and I'm going to give your job right back to you.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
not as always easy.
Gotcha. Now, tell me some of the challenges you had. We'll first start off there, working in the public sector of education.
Education.
Yeah.
Kids are all unique and they all come in at various academic levels.
Yes.
So, having to not only teach them at their unique academic abilities,
Yes.
you also have their personalities that are a part of who they are, how they learn.
Yes.
So those are some of the biggest challenges because you have to actually get to know the child for what they can do, what they're capable of, building a relationship with them.
Trust.
They have to be, you're trying to teach them a concept, whether it is school related or just something that can help them grow socially, but they have to be able to trust you.
They do.
So those are challenges because a lot of educators are so tasked with doing so much.
Yes, they are.
From state standards, they don't have time to build relationships. So it's one of those things that I believe that's where we come in and start talking about educators. It has to be a calling.
It is. It is.
It has to be a calling.
It has to be.
So that's part of the calling, the nurturing, the caring, the trust.
Because you a friend, you a mentor, you an educator. Like, it's a lot of
Absolutely.
things that go with being a teacher that people don't recognize or they understand or give a lot of credit to you guys. And I do. I understand. My wife was an academic. So you had to come home, do your homework, let her check it and make sure that it was right. I think part of that has to do with, it starts at home.
Absolutely.
Your parents have to be involved in your education process.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so part of being an educator is you have to educate everybody. You have to educate the parents.
Really?
Yeah, that's a big one. You have to educate the parents on how to educate their child.
That's right.
Think about it. When we were in the pandemic, a lot of parents were home and they were really struggling with teaching their child.
We did. We struggled. Like, I learned that they do not pay y'all enough money.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, they
we
don't.
need more money.
Yeah, we're going to work on that.
Yeah.
But just to challenge day to day, trying to keep them focused, engaged, and trying to get them to actually do what they're supposed to do, it's not an easy task. No, and you guys actually care. It truly is a calling for teachers because you don't do it for money.
Absolutely.
You guys don't do it for accolades because you don't get that. You don't do it.
No, you can't.
No.
Because when I went into education, after graduating college, I always was told you have to love doing it. You have to love. It has to be a passion.
Got you.
Because there are many days, many factors outside of, that plays a role outside of education that plays a role in what you do inside the classroom.
Absolutely.
And so, that's pretty major. Think about like all of the standards and things that teachers must teach. We're in Florida, so our students still have to take assessments and school grades, all that play a factor in teaching. So if you don't have a passion for it, then you're not gonna last.
Yeah, you're not. No.
That's why the retention rate is so high in education. But again, you have to have a love for it.
You do. A passion, and you do. I can see that.
Yeah.
Talking with you before we even started tape, and I tell you love what you get to do.
Absolutely.
Now I want to talk about the amazing thing that you did, ma'am. You opened up the first STEM school for free in Jacksonville. Now we gonna clap for that. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. We gonna clap for that.
Thank you.
Now, first explain to people out there who may not be familiar what STEM means.
So it's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's combined within the traditional education. So at Minds of the Future Academy at my school, that embodies everything that we do. It embodies every part of our schedule throughout the day. STEM, when it was originally brought into education. It was more so for intermediate grades. But I decided I wanted to see. I said, if this works for intermediate, it can surely work for primary grades as well.
Amen.
So that's why I opened up a K2 STEM Academy.
Okay.
And now we're K12, but for the first 3 years we did K2, and I was able to see how those kids think creatively. Kids think creatively already.
They do.
But if you give them a little structure and a task with what you're asking them to do academically, all you have to do is sit back and watch them work.
And to watch their mind
And
work. It's like
That's
watching
it.
a baby. When a
It
baby
is.
first learns how to
Yeah.
walk, when a baby first crawls, their mind wants to soak up information, but if you give them a platform, a space where they can grow, they can do anything.
They can do anything. And research says, because I love research.
Okay, all right, you got some.
But research says that that children brains are like sponges.
Yes.
And so by the time they reach the age of 5, 95% of their brain is already developed.
Wow.
So that means that if we catch them young, then we can do wonders with them. Just most recently, our students went to the robotics competition.
Okay.
And the theme was logistics and transportation. And so they each were able to dress up as an Amazon driver, a pilot, FedEx driver, a merchant marine.
Yes.
But in order for you to be in this costume, you had to be able to do your research to know what they do.
That's right.
And you had to play your part in creating what a port would look like.
Okay.
And so we actually had judges to come in. These students had never seen a port in their life, but they had to creatively think, if I'm an Amazon driver and I have a package that needs to get to California, how am I going to get it there?
But because they were a part of this program, they got to do those things and do it well.
Well,
guys, don't go
absolutely.
anywhere. We'll be right back with Dr. Cynthia Smith right here on the Lowdown. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Welcome back, everybody. We're sitting down with educator Dr. Cynthia Smith, telling us all about her STEM school that she opened up in Jacksonville, Florida, doing so good in your community.
Thank
Now,
you.
I wanted to ask you, opening up that school, what's the community been like? What's the reception been like for that?
It's been a blessing.
Really?
I absolutely love my community.
Okay.
I'm from the community. I've given back in so many ways.
Because you went to school there
I
yourself.
went to school.
Yes.
And also I ran for 2 political offices.
Okay.
Offices, excuse
Okay.
me.
What'd you run for?
So I ran for a school board.
Did you?
Yes, in that community. And it was really, really close.
Okay.
And I knew from that I couldn't stop. And I didn't let that race define what I was going to do in education.
Yes, ma'am.
So I opened up a school in the area.
But think about that. Look how God worked.
Yeah.
You didn't get the position of superintendent, but you wanted to make change in that community. So open up the school, you did just that.
Yeah.
And you right there with the people one-on-one. So you
Yeah.
did that, ma'am.
Thank
Yes,
you,
you did.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Now,
you.
my buddy over here, Tight Mike, has something he wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you again, Dr. Smith, for being with us. You've done an amazing job, and let me give you your flowers while you yet sit here.
Thank you.
Hey, you already have the one STEM school. Do you have plans for a second one? And all kids across the country want to know, do y'all had a good lunch at your school?
Great question, Mike.
So, yes, the plan is definitely to open more STEM schools. Many people have asked me about franchising. Would I be interested in it? I wouldn't close the door on education because the students in this community and communities around the world, they need quality education, quality schools. I'm not saying they're not getting it. But I know that Minds of the Future Academy, the mission and the vision of what we encompass, we provide that. So I definitely would be open to assisting others to open a school. But
I like how you put that.
But
Yeah.
definitely, I meet a lot of individuals that really want to know how I did it and what they can do to do it. And I'm open to consulting and assisting in that regards. But me being stationary somewhere else, I love my community.
Amen. Amen. But there's no reason, like you just saying it started there, but it can spread.
It can spread.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they eat really well every single day. Homemade lunch. We eat shrimp Alfredo.
What?
You know,
Okay.
baked chicken.
Okay.
You know,
Y'all eat real food.
we eat real food.
Okay.
Real
You know what?
food.
I might need to take a couple classes back there.
Come on.
There you go. There you go. Thank you.
Like Mike said, we definitely appreciate you being here. Want to give you your flowers while you're here. So I definitely want to
Thank
mention
you.
the fact that you were also nominated for a Jacksonville Image Award.
Yes,
Okay.
for Innovator of the Year.
Okay.
And that definitely was a shock to me because everything doesn't have to be on your timing, because last year I was nominated for Educator of the Year.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I really want that.
Okay.
But Innovator of the Year was more on a larger scale and more grand for the things that I have done.
I agree.
And so I'm very appreciative of that. And I'm also nominated for Entrepreneur of the Year
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
Good job.
And you're deserving of all that
Thank
for
you.
all the things that you're doing. Now, I want to ask you, you brought one of your educators with you.
Yes.
And how do you recruit teachers? Because it's a calling. How do you find the right fit for your school?
So in my years of educating in the public school system, I've had the opportunity to hire various types of people.
Okay.
And so for me, I love individuals. I think that in education, there's a place for everybody.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to have a background in education, because I love to train. Mike asked about the lunch. You know, that's a lot of students are used to eating grab-and-go foods.
Yes, true.
So with us being able to have a garden on site for them, and we have our cooks sometimes will take things from the garden, and that'll be a part of their lunch for the day.
So you literally have farm to table.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yes. So the students, everybody knows collard greens and greens, but now we're doing things that they may not see as much of, like squash and okra.
Okay.
Sweet potato.
There you
Things
go.
like that. So it's also awareness. It's a learning. We try to make sure students are learning at every aspect of the day that they're with us.
Amen.
Because they're with us more than they are with their parents.
That's true.
So when they're with us, we ask that, and my parents at my school, to trust us,
Yes.
that we have your child's best interest at heart.
I love
Yeah.
everything that you
Yes.
shared with us today.
Thank
Will
you.
you please tell us one more time the name of that wonderful school,
Yes.
and where people can get more information about it, social
Yes.
media, website, so they can
Yes.
follow suit and come
Yes.
out there and support you
Yes.
and make this spread across the country. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Minds of the Future Academy. The website is Minds of the Future Academy. Has all of our information on there. We're located in Jacksonville, Florida. Duval. And we have some wonderful things going. We love to have a visit from and support from the community
This is
for our
wonderful.
students.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here with us today. You got a home with us at
Thank
the
you.
Lowdown. Yes, you
Thank
do.
you. Thank
Guys,
you.
on behalf of myself, Mr. James John, the wonderful Dr. Cynthia Smith, and as always, Tight Mike Randolph, thank y'all for joining us. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Great job. Great job.